Megan. Cassie. This is the 8. We've learned how to speed this process up. We're going to do it again. I'm not even going to call it out, but we're going to do it fast.
Fantastic!
Ding!
Guess what? It's another meme. I feel like everyone's probably getting tired of these by now, but this one has to do with passwords. It's a thing that we've all dealt with. When you forget your password, you type it in over and over and over again, and then finally you realize maybe I should just reset it, and then you go to reset it, and you type in a password that you already used. This is that moment that happens when that happens. Ding!
Check it out.
Question for you. What's your password?
It's a password.
Yours?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
See? Easy access.
Good times. Get that.
Fran Liberty.
Get that on lockdown.
Fran Liberty.
Mike Speck. He's the COO of Halal Guys. That's a really tough word to say. Anyway, he's the newest Fran Liberty. He's on the cover this week. We talked to him a bit about the brand and what's fueling the pretty significant growth they're having. This is a brand that started out of a food cart in New York, and now it's turned to franchising. And so he talked about maintaining the charm of that food cart vibe that they have as it grows throughout the country, and that starts with franchisees that are local and ingrained in their community, and that's a big part for the brand as they continue to grow.
Great example of a good franchise brand, good concept, taking that concept, duplicating it, staying true to its original culture. Good story.
Plus the food is good.
Yeah, great.
It's a pile of meat.
Speaking of good food and good money, Fresh Money.
Fresh Money, work out anytime. We have a great article up on 1851 that talks about their scalable and sustainable business model. Really talks about how their mission, which is think big, keep it simple, and do it with integrity, is helping to fuel their ongoing growth. And in the year ahead, they are aiming to open 50 more locations, which will ideally put them over the 200 unit mark. Pretty awesome.
Ahmad, Work Your Magic, Work Out Anytime's page should appear on the screen.
Ding, ding. Okay, great. That was weird.
Next, Fran of the Week.
Fran of the Week. Another installment of the series we have going on that Nick is writing over here.
Thank you.
This one's about your top franchise sales guy is your franchisee. What a concept. The thing is, 80% of franchise deals come from referrals, and your franchisees are probably the best referral source that you have. So the point is, treat them well, listen to them, give them what they want, and they'll say kind things about you in return.
My writing might not be that innovative. It's very fundamental. Fundamental points, win franchising. Moving on.
All right, moving on. We're branching forward. Ruby's Diner, the California-based brand, is using a balance of innovation and nostalgia to kind of expand outside of the West Coast and go nationwide. And they're even teaming up with apps like Uber Eats and Amazon Restaurants to really get that delivery portion of the segment down, which I think is really going to help them continue branching forward in new communities across the country.
And we've written about that and spoken about it before, that technology is merging with brands, and they're making great waves. So good story.
All right, on to the Fran Funny. So I don't know if you've heard about romp hymns instead of rompers. There's a Kickstarter campaign that's trying to make...
I wear them on weekends.
I think that you should wear them next time we film this segment.
I will.
Then.
I'm wearing them right now. Well, wait, do they come all the way up?
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is. Go ahead.
So they're trying to make man rompers the next big thing in men's fashion, and you can take a look at them here. And there really isn't a punchline because the rompers themselves are the joke.
Ba-da!
We live in dark times.
Dark times.
Yeah, I quit this life. So on to, for inspiration, to happier things. We have a great quote from a feature that ran this week from Jessica Westcott, the Vice President of Development and Finance for Mooyah Burgers, Fries, and Shakes. She says, the only way that we're going to be successful in the long run is if we're building on a solid foundation, and in order to capitalize on that strong momentum, we have to be true partners with our franchisees. Without their feedback and input on the day-to-day operations taking place at Mooyah restaurants across the country, we would be amiss. So I thought that really spoke to the relationship between franchisors and their franchisees.
Good story, Ahmad. Work Your Magic. Put Mooyah's site back on that screen.
All right, and now closing things out with Frans versus Frenemies, we are talking about another Frand this week, not calling anyone out. So it's no secret that everyone loves saving a little cash, so discounts are going to be our friend this week. But we talked in a 1851 story on our main site. There was a new study from Retail Me Not that shows that some discounts are better than others. So if you're trying to attract Gen Xers, for example, Mexican restaurants are going to have the most success, whereas millennials really are going after that burger discount. However, 1 in 3 restaurant goers will check potential discounts before they decide where to eat. So those limited time offers that you guys are rolling out, they matter. So keep that in mind and make that your friend.
My advice is leverage data, know the data of your customers. It'll lead you down the pathway of what offers you should be creating. Data is very accessible through Facebook and LinkedIn and your website. So access data, make it great.
Cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers. See ya.